Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Anxiety in IPOB leaders, Abia community. Anxiety in IPOB leaders, Abia community. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. There are uncertainties in Afaraoku, Abia State country, home of Nnamdi Kanus, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Daily Post report that when the news broke that the appeal court had ordered for Kanus' release, there was wild celebration in the area. However, the hopes that Kanu would join his kinsmen soon became slim after the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, intended otherwise. Recall that Kanu was earlier in October 2015 arraigned by Nigerian authorities on an 11-count charge bordering on terrorism, treasonable felony, managing an unlawfully society, publication of defamatory matter, illegal possession of firearms, and improper imposition of goods, among others. He was granted bail in April 2017 for medical reasons. However, Mr. Kanu fled the country after an invasion of his home by the military in Afaraoku, Umaya, Abia State. In 2021, Kanu was rearrested in Kenya and repatriated to Nigeria. He was then rearraigned. With his people celebrating his freedom, Malami is saying otherwise, with his assertion that Kanu was only discharged and not acquitted. Kanu's kinsmen from the Declairation clan in Umaya North local government area of Abia State are now worried that the federal government may not obey the appeal court order. During an interview with Daily Post, Weekend, the President General of Isiama Afaraoku Ibeku Community, Kanu's country home, in Umaya North local government area of Abia State, Chief Ikechukwu Onwabueze maintained that it would create a bad signal for the Nigerian nation should the federal government fail to comply with the order of the court and release Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS detention facility. He insisted that Kanu committed no offense in exercising his fundamental right in seeking secession for Indigo who had been marginalized, especially under the present democratic system in Nigeria. Mr. Nwabueze, who also faulted the recent position of the federal government, admonished the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, not to push Nigeria into regional and international abyss of mockery and charlatanism with far-reaching consequences on the country's socio-economic development, regional and international human rights, rule of law and democracy ratings, and trade and investment policies. including foreign direct investment (FDI). According to the President General, the Nigerian government disregarded the disobedience to the unanimous judgment of the three justices of the Court of Appeal was expressly stated by Malami. The arrogation of the interpretative power by Malami, including what to obey and what not to obey in the landmark judgment, is also tyrannical, vexatious, and democratically calamitous. It equally does not augur well in the collective effort of all stakeholders towards addressing the core demands of the secessionist group and for the government and the pro-Biafra group, IPOB, to adopt a political solution in achieving peace in the land. Also bearing his mind on the confusion, Chivemeka Ezebuyiro advised the Buhari-led administration to consider the court ruling in order to douse tensions and calm nerves necessitated by Kanus' rearrest in Kenya and his continued incarceration in DSS detention facility. He dismissed the assertion by Malami that Nnamdi was discharged, not acquitted of the treason charges, warning that total disregard of the appeal court ruling for Kanu's release by the current federal government will set the country on a bad pedestal. Ezeburo urged the federal government release the IPOB leader to halt economic losses and extrajudicial killings of innocent Igbo youth who are agitating for their rights, alleging that it is now clear that the present democratic government under President Muhammadu Buhari has failed to include Igbos in sensitive decision-making process in the governance of the country. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.